Alright, so in this video, I want to talk all about lead buckets. This is the first part of the prospecting series. If you are looking to generate leads for a B2B sales campaign, an outbound campaign, lead buckets are going to be your best friend. I'm actually making this video to train some lead generators, but I figured I'd post it on YouTube as well, so more people can get some value out of it. So what is a lead bucket and why should you care about it if you're doing outbound campaigns? Well, it's pretty simple. It's essentially just a scrapable list of companies you can sell to. I'm not talking about a scraper with I'm not talking about a bot. I'm talking about manually just recording lists, but it's essentially a list of companies online that you can take down and then sell to them. It's pretty simple. And maybe it doesn't sound so simple. So how do we know which lead buckets to use? Well, we want to email companies that are as similar to our case study as possible. So if we're doing outbound sales, it's because we've worked with companies in the past and we want to get more companies on board and sell to them. So what you can do is identify companies based on who you've already worked with. It's going to make it much more likely you'll get positive responses, not to mention deals, because people will buy for or not buy for three different reasons. One, they don't need what you're offering. Two, they can't afford what you're offering. Or three, they don't trust you can deliver. Well, if you're selling marketing services, everyone wants more customers, so most people will probably need your service. Maybe not your specific type of service, like CRO versus SEO versus PPC, but you get the point. You can. Everyone wants marketing, so most people want marketing, so they want your service. Can they afford your service? Well, if you're emailing people who are between $1 and $10 million in revenue, then they can afford your service, depending on your pricing. If you're emailing between 5 and 150 million in revenue, which is the sweet spot, they definitely can afford your service. And then three, can you deliver? Well, that's the question. So how do they know you can deliver? Well, a case study is good. A case study will show people that you've done this before. You've done it before not only for a company, but you've done it for a company just like them, and you got good results. So that's going to make it very effective in the outreach and the sales process. Being able to mention a company, even a competitor of theirs that you've helped, will make them want to work with you even more. If you email Walmart and tell them that you just helped Target increase foot traffic to their stores by 10% with a marketing campaign, they'll probably be interested in talking to you and learning more, right? But if you email, let's say you helped a pizza restaurant, and then you email a bowling alley, not very similar. They wouldn't get as much value from that. So again, we want to email companies that are as similar to our case study as possible. So let's say our case study is with BrioBox. They're a subscription box e-commerce store doing $2 million a year in revenue, and I'll show you their website in a second. So we want to find a list of other subscription box companies, ideally between $2 and $10 million in revenue. So our lead bucket will be a list of subscription boxes or subscription box companies, and we can then double check their revenue via ZoomInfo. So for example, if I show you BrioBox, this is a technology subscription box. Essentially, they're an e-commerce store, and they send a box full of stuff every single month. Theirs is all about technology. This is a past client of ours, and we're going to email other companies just like this, okay? So ideally, you want to email other technology subscription boxes, but there aren't actually that many. So here's how you find a lead pool, okay? What you would do is you look up like top subscription box companies in the USA, and we'll just see what comes up. Most purchased subscription boxes. Ipsy, Birchbox, FabFitFun. All right, well, this is a great list of companies, and they're sorted by category here too. Wow, this is actually really good. So this would be a good lead bucket. You can also go 23, 55. So this is a good lead bucket. You pretty much want to find one with a lot of companies, 200 plus. I already did this one, but we could do 100 plus. You can just keep going. You can also search different queries here to try and find a different page, but here we've got 55 subscription boxes. So I don't want to do a slideshow. So here we go. Bam. This is a lead pool. So we got Birchbox, we've got FabFitFun, Dermstore Beauty Fix Box, Scentbird, BoxyCharm, Love Goodly. Some companies like Walmart and Target are actually hopping on the train, and they're creating their own boxes. So I'm not sure why this is sticking here, but they're creating their own boxes. So, and I wouldn't want to email Walmart necessarily, but a company like Harry's Razor, Ipsy, right? Love Every Play Kit. I don't know. KiwiCo. You see what I'm saying? These are all subscription boxes. So then when you want to build your list of companies, this is where you're going to find it. And I'm going to show you how to do list building in the next video. But this is essentially a lead bucket. It's just a group of companies that are similar to yours. So another example would be, let's say I had a Case study working with Code Academy. Okay, Code Academy, I think is how you spell it. Yeah. So Code Academy is a company that teaches people how to code online. So if you wanted to email other companies, you could do top online coding companies, and you're gonna find this. There's another list of companies you can email. So bingo, you've got a ton of different coding companies you can reach out to here. I actually have a lot, like a big amount. So yeah, this is how you find lead buckets, and this is kind of what I'm looking for, and this is how you're gonna find the right companies to email. Hopefully you got value from this. Next I'm gonna show you how to build lead lists based on these companies.